Hey, welcome back to OttoEx, a channel where we feature unusual cars from around the world on YouTube. We sell a lot of them. This in front of me is a 1997 Toyota Hiace Super Custom Living Saloon EX. These vans are really cool. We featured a number of them on our YouTube channel over the years. They're getting harder and harder to find in good condition, with low miles and without rust. Like all the vehicles we bring in, we kind of have to check all those boxes first and foremost. This one is a 100,000 mile example of a really nicely spec'd Living Saloon EX. Very similar to the Super Custom Limited trim, somewhere around that same trim level. So you're looking at the 3 sunroofs, triple moon roofs. You've got the nicer velour interior, power curtains, kind of cool options like that. This one does have the 1KZ, that's the 3-liter turbo diesel engine. It's a nice, good runner. It's a clean van. We're going to be offering this up at a pretty competitive price, just because we managed to get a good deal on it and we like to pay that forward to our customers. Not every one of these Hiaces needs to be priced at $20,000 to $30,000. And yeah, I'm sure the next owner will be super stoked on this one. So it's got some cool exterior features. It's got this nice optioned front brush guard, which is Toyota, with some factory fog lights mounted in it. It's got aftermarket 5-spoke alloy wheels, which are a little bit more premium over the vanilla Toyota ones or even the Steelies that were put on these vans. It comes in a really nice 2-tone single stage white with like a champagne lower trim, and to separate the trim, you've got this factory decal down the sides, full-time 4-wheel drive, and then the Living Saloon EX badging. And we'll just go around the exterior. I'm going to point out some of the flaws. We like to give full disclosure on all our vehicles, so there are no surprises. We have a lot of out-of-state buyers, people who buy sight unseen. So the rear bumper is in okay shape. There's a little, most likely just a little backup dent here and some chips and stuff. And then along the rear left side, this is just kind of scuffed from probably just brushing up against something. These bumpers are a plastic bumper cover. And then along this side, there's some fading along the decals. This is a little bit more cracked. Everything is whole, but there's just a little bit more fading, most likely from sun. And then a little paint discoloration here. So this lower tone champagne color is like a metallic mica color, which really traditionally these metallic colors from Toyota never hold up as good as this single stage white, which just always buffs out beautifully. So full disclosure on that. A few little things, nothing major, but it's a good van to use. Not going to be worried about getting a few scuffs here or there. Same thing on the front, plastic bumper cover, just a little scuff mark. And then there's a little bit of this chrome, or this windshield garnish is just a little bit peeled. Some of the black is starting to come off just in this lower portion. The rest of it is in good shape. All the glass is good. This is original Toyota glass. So let's see what else I can point out. Gonna try to keep this video a little short and sweet because we've reviewed so many of these. So they're becoming really popular here in the States. A lot of people love them. There's a big aftermarket community and just support community, especially here in the Northwest, and I know in the East Coast too. There's a lot of people who are starting to work on these, sell parts and upfit them, outfit them, and use them, which is great because they are phenomenal vans. Inside, door card, clean. Like I said, you've got that velour style material, which was put on these upper trim levels. It holds up really well and it's nice and comfortable. So this one's got a brown interior. The one thing I do like about this trim is that it doesn't have the power seat or the power adjusting column like the Super Custom Limiteds had. We've seen enough of those to know that those power things, they break, and well, then you can't really adjust your seat or your steering column without replacing the the motor, and those are hard to get and expensive and kind of, yeah, anyways, I digress. Nice urethane steering wheel, manually adjusts the old school way. Same thing with the cluster. We've got just an old school cluster with good gauges, fuel, coolant temp, speedo, and tach. And this has 162,000 kilometers, or 100, yeah, right around there. So right almost just at 100,000 miles on the money. Aftermarket Carrozzeria unit, which is a CD player, AM, FM upgraded unit. Works well. Just a few little cubbies and storage things, and power curtains actually all work really well. They all open and close with a lot of force and power. Usually it's 50-50. Some of the tracks get kind of dirty or worn out and they don't work so well, but the ones in this one do work well. Power mirrors, all of that works. You've got a really nice center console with a deep storage here. And all your dome lights and things like that, which probably the car needs to be on for those to work, or at least the key in the ignition. So let's give you a little look. Here's the upper sunroof, which is just a pop-up version. So you kind of push this, up it goes, and then it locks back down. All right, let's speed up the tour because I know you guys are waiting to get to the good stuff. But with these vans, it's all good stuff. Alrighty, so real quick look at the passenger side. Clean, no rips, tears, no like weird stains or anything. It's all very clean. It has the Toyota original floor mats, and you know, it was well taken care of. Door slides nicely and easily, no issues there. We've got this in the meeting of the minds configuration. So this rear bench is all the way slid back. It can slide all the way up on these tracks, so you can adjust that for more trunk space or more passenger cabin space. Middle row can face back or forward. We've got them faced back for now. And then you've got your big moonroof here, which is a power slide. And then you've got your doubles back there, which are power hatching. And then your big overhead here. Controls are down there for passenger heat. And controls are up here for passenger air. And the headliner and all that stuff presents really nice and clean. Give you a quick look at that. And the curtains are all in good shape and they work nicely. You've got these kind of like courtesy daytime curtains, and then you've got these full curtains, and they also work with power, which is cool. Okay, so yes, that's pretty much how that looks. Let's look in the trunk. Soft close on the door. So plenty of trunk space. You pull these. You need two hands to do it. I will quickly demonstrate. And then just slides really far forward, actually. Locks into several different positions, but you see you've just doubled your trunk space. Really cool vans, really tall and wide. You get a lot more space than a minivan like a Sienna. And one of these, proper van, not quite a minivan. Another aesthetic touch that the previous owner did was he painted these rear drum brake covers in kind of like a IKEA blue. Easily corrected or repainted if you like, but figured I'd point that out. So let's take this thing for a quick spin. What do you guys say? Got the key here. This actually does have a fob, so lock, unlock. Not a lot of people know that because it's kind of like a little hidden button there, but it's a factory Toyota feature on these late 90s. All right, so this GPS is, well, it's a Japanese GPS and toll card reader telling me I don't have a toll card, and this thing's from Japan. With that said, let's throw on that AC. That kicks on nice, that blows nice and cold. AC and heat work well. And let's go for a little cruise. These 1KZs have nice power compared to their other counterpart power plants that were put in the Hiace, which, you know, mainly you're seeing 3Ls or 5Ls in these vans. Otherwise, they had a few other varieties of a gas engine and a 2LTE, which I don't think they were ever put in the 4-wheel drive models, those engines. But a lot of power right on tap, and this is like the worst road in history, so it handles it just fine though, despite all the bumps. And we'll just whip it around, show you guys how it goes. Gotta love those 1KZs. If you drive like a modern North American and expect to do modern North America road speeds, it's really tough to beat the 1KZ with the other engine options. With this engine and this combo, you can definitely cruise comfortably on the highways here and safely. That's one big thing, one big modernization that I love to point out. You know, just comparing it to a 3L or the other options. I wouldn't have this van with any other engine, honestly. 100 series Hiace is best matched with the 1KZ. Is on tap, steering is straight, brakes are responsive, transmission shifts as it should. Typically, we do incidental repairs on these vans and these imports, so we use them for a few hundred miles. As we find problems either through an inspection or through use, we get things remedied. And we love to source vehicles that have already been maintained well, with good ownership history, so they don't need a lot of work. Best case. Man, this thing is zippy. Every time I get in one of these vans with the 1KZ, it's always a nice, pleasant surprise and reminder. So that kind of sums up the drive. We're just pulling back in here, and I will we will be posting this Hiace for sale now. So if you're watching this video on like the release day or soon after, it may still be available. But anyhow, thank you for watching, guys. Really stoked to show you this van, and any questions, reach out. Check it out now on OttoEx.com, OttoEx.com. Subscribe, ring the bell, stay up to date with our new releases and our new imports and our new videos if you like them. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.